Have you ever trusted someone so completely that you didn't see the knife until it was already in your back? I got to school Monday morning and instantly felt like something was off. Nobody would meet my eyes. Some would look at me and quickly look away, whispering to each other and trying to discreetly point at me. I saw their pointing. Spotting my best friend Sam at her locker, I hurried over to her. She glanced at me and something that looked an awful lot like guilt flashed across her face. She schooled her expression into something cold and unfeeling. "What is going on?" I demanded as soon as I came up to her. She stared at me, then shrugged. "Nothing," she muttered. "There is not a dang thing going on." Then she slammed her locker door shut and scooted past me. I reached out and grabbed her arm to stop her escape. "Tell me," I insisted. She yanked her arm away from me, back stiff. "Just leave it alone, Emma," she snapped. "I have to go to first period." My jaw dropped at her attitude. "We have the same first period," I called after her as she hurried away. I glanced down the hall and saw more kids eyeing me. I hurried to class and took my seat next to Sam where she ignored me. My phone suddenly buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out to find myself being tagged on Instagram. I was tagged in a lot of posts. I was about to open it up when Sam suddenly reached over and grabbed my hand, looking pale. "Don't," she said. I shook my hand out of her grasp and opened Instagram. I stared at the screen, unsure what I was seeing. They were posts. A lot of posts from a complete stranger. A girl who went to a different school. Conversations I had with Sam. Private conversations where I shared secrets. My parents' divorce. When I called Coach Hansen a troll for making us run suicides. When I told Sam about my crush on Jeremy. It was all there. I felt sick to my stomach as I read the posts and comments. Kids laughing at everything and posting their own comments. "I can't believe she said that about the coach. It's always the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. I wonder if she has a crush on me too. Maybe I should find out." That winky face had me scrunching up my face in disgust. I couldn't believe this. Only one person could have spread all that news around. I glanced at Sam in shock, but she wasn't looking at me. Instead, she was facing the front of the room with her spine rigid and tension traveling through her body. I opened my mouth and closed it several times. My jaw dropped as I continued scrolling through the pictures and posts. Someone managed to edit the messages I was sending to Sam and other friends. They edited the messages to say nasty things, racist things, horrible insults to the staff of the high school, threats to Sam and others. I was going to be sick. I clutched my belly as bile threatened to come up my throat. I was about to run to the bathroom when the principal's voice came over the intercom. "Emma and Sam, my office, now." Then a text came through from my mom. "Get to the principal's office now." They called me in from work. My knee wouldn't stop bouncing as I sat in the principal's office with my mom, Sam, and Sam's mom. Mom reached over and placed a hand on my knee to stop the bouncing. I shot her a sheepish grin, and then the principal started talking, wiping the grin off my face. "These posts are very serious," he began. "You said bad things and threats to your best friend." He trailed off and shook his head. "It wasn't mine," I protested. "I didn't say any of that, I promise." The principal shook his head and glanced at Coach Hansen, who was leaning against the wall with his arms folded across his chest. "I'm sorry, Emma, but for right now you're suspended from the basketball team until an investigation can be completed." "She's the victim," Mom yelled. The principal narrowed his eyes on us. "Be grateful I'm not suspending her from school too," he snapped. "You girls can go back to class." I stood and marched out of the room as Mom started to yell at the principal. I grabbed Sam's arm as soon as we reached the hall. "What the heck?" I demanded. "Why are you lying?" She ripped her arm free and stomped down the hall without another look at me. Later that day, I got a message from Sam. "I know you hate me, but you need to know why I did what I did." I almost deleted the text thread and blocked her, but I needed to know, so I responded, "What?" Her response came back quickly. "Remember when I told you I had a crush on Jeremy? And you decided you liked him too, so when he asked you to prom, you said yes." I blinked at the message and typed back, "You said it was fine, that you were happy for us." Her response was a laughing emoji followed by, "Well, I wasn't fine, and now you aren't either. Payback is a witch." I immediately deleted our message thread and blocked her. I was done.